No, that still sounds really bad. It all sounds bad.
It's not getting any better. I'm just gonna lay this shovel down.
I'm just gonna not marry her. That's fucking it.
What did you say? I said I'm just gonna marry her. Do you get something to tell me?
Message her.
You're trying to marry my wife, bro. That's fucked.
I mean, what's 2 when you can have 3?
Love you. I do. Exactly.
Welcome to the Backpost Podcast, in partnership with
U3
and powered by the 8-Bit Nation. And now, your hosts, Shade, Bacon, and the owner of the league, Pitch.
What's going on, people? We are all 3 back today and ready to dive into all the fun stuff that happened over the last weekish. Boyos, how has the last week been treating you?
Pretty good.
Just want to say, glad to be back. Can't wait to get some recording in.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you being gone for 2 straight weeks, Pitch.
Yeah, two is just terrible.
It was 2?
It was 2.
It was 2 in a row, yeah.
We had JT and
Nice.
Sixfold, which shout out to them for stepping up and helping us out while Pitch was handling some business.
They were both kind of last second, too, weren't they?
They were.
Which
is why me and Shade have talked about it, how they were a little hesitant to dive in. And I've actually heard it from other people that listen weekly, but when you're put on the spot, like it's kind of hard to dive into something like this. So kudos to them.
If you put you on the spot, just dive in, say some stupid things,
Absolutely. Everything can be edited or not, because I store it for later use. So.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't perfect the first, couple of weeks, so.
And we're still not. You, D-Fane.
No, it's all love for
Oh,
D-Fane.
fuck, I forgot. I'm going to have to censor that part. D-Fane, I censored it. It's I love you, D-Fane.
Yeah, it says love.
Yeah.
It's that F word, but in loving form.
Yeah, like he wants to actually
like
do that to you.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Well, yeah, last week's been kind of boring for me. Same old. Life is great.
We've been playing lots of Minecraft.
Yeah. Not an advertisement. We got a lot of people on there.
No, not an advertisement. Do not reach out to join the server.
We got a lot of people on there. We're going to have to upgrade, I think. But it's been a good time. Having fun with it.
I think you mean there's only like 4 people on there, right?
Oh, no. I think we're up to 15.
Nope. There's only 4.
We can make it that way.
Oh, God. But no, we've got some new people hanging out and that don't normally hang out in our VCs, so it's kind of cool. People just doing things. So, but we do. I don't know. This is probably not the place to advertise that.
Anyways,
tangent.
On the week's end, before Bacon talks more Minecraft stuff, week 10.
Welcome back to the week's review, where we dive deep into the latest news and highlights from the competitive world of
U3.
There's been a whole week, man. We got some games left going on tonight, right?
Yeah, 2.
2 games tonight, and then the week's over. Starting off, we had Fayetteville versus Rutland, and a 3-1 Fayetteville win.
Yeah, this was a little bit of shocker. Had kind of higher hopes for this Rutland roster coming out the gate, but I think it's just going to take a little bit of time, and Fayetteville is surging at the right time.
Yeah, agreed. Fayetteville, slow kind of start to the season, but there's some ups with their weeks and some downs, but it's a good win over Rutland this week.
It is a good win. Good job, Fayetteville. You did us proud. Then we had Honolulu versus Omaha. Good matchup. Taking it to 5. And Honolulu coming out on top, 3-2.
Yeah, this is just a further example that Omaha can't beat a team with a winning record. I'm gonna say it until they do.
It's like the Eagles 2 years ago.
Sheesh.
Facts. We had Ottawa and Atlantic City taking it to Game 5 as well, with Ottawa coming up on top 3-2.
That they did. Very strong team in Ottawa. Atlantic City haven't made their change. This was the first game with Koa. And, it had its moments, but Ottawa prevailed. It's a good series. It's fun to play in. Saw the debut of Jake, Shadow Cobra.
Hey,
Good stuff.
good old JP.
We got,
Lefton came back, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. We got Chicago taking on Memphis. Another Game 5, 3-2 in Chicago's favor.
Yeah, this series was a blast. This was probably my favorite one I watched this week. I like to not like both of these teams, but damn, just very good threes teams. Matizu's looking very comfortable. It's what I wanted to see out of him early in the season. And Memphis, after losing, two players, they've certainly replaced them with high-quality talent, and both of these teams are now streaking towards the playoffs.
Yeah, Memphis, a team that I looked very highly of, and Chicago I was kind of looking down on. And we took them to 5 last week, which in my perspective, was a blown win from us. I think
it was.
But to see Chicago win over Memphis, that looks good on Chicago.
I'm going to keep going with the Game 5s real quick with Monterey over Phoenix, 3-2.
Another absolutely fun series. Phoenix didn't look really comfortable at all in it, so I'm a little surprised it went to 5. Maybe that's just the doggo effect, but DK had a decent series too. But this was Monterey's first series with Baca, and as I've talked about all season, I love watching Baca play. And the Baca Mom Debbie combination with T-Mac there, this team's still ready for the playoffs.
Yep, absolutely.
Getting it done without Koa, letting Koa get a loss this week. So that's a bummer for him. We had RLC Game 5 versus Houston. RLC taking it 3-2.
Yeah, this was an interesting one. Houston playing without what was going to be their top player, Czar, and still pushed it to 5. Kudos to RLC for winning. Smurfy, I know you're listening. We queen sweeped you last week with the picks, where we all took Galaxy, and you did it. Kudos.
More so Galaxy let us down with Czar not showing up.
This is true. Fuck you, Czar.
Czar's there, RLC loses. 100%. No
I guess we'll never know.
I know, I saw it in my mind's eye.
Fair enough.
Fuck you, Smurfy. We had Palm Beach take on Colorado in a shocker 3-0 Palm Beach win.
Yeah, not so much a shocker. If you watch the Twitch streams, I like to try to pop in the script. This one was highly scripted. Seen it coming from a mile away. Killer B, I love you, bro. Players in Colorado, they're homies. It's just it's not Colorado season. It's not working as a threes team, and Palm Beach took advantage of that easily.
Absolutely.
Not good. It's not working as a threes team with this being the final week for the moves of free agents.
It's true.
Death Valley, Las Vegas, 3-0, sweeping it. Our boys in Death Valley.
Kind of copy paste what I said about the last game to this one. I love that Chipmunk gets to a point where he just wants to kind of vibe out with whoever he's playing with. And I hope they're having a good time in Las Vegas. There's a hump they're not overcoming either. Breezy, Chipmunk, Scarzo, bunch of homies, love it. They're just not going to match up with Red Guy, Patty, and Code. This was another predicted 3-0 sweep.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here. Predicted. Easily.
Scripted.
We got any updates on clip or player of the week stuff?
We do not. Week 8 and 9 voting still going on. For clips, at least. I'm still not caught up for players. So.
Gotcha. Oh, no problem. Bacon, you got a player of the week, bro?
I do. I have a player of the week.
Better be good.
It's going to be fire. So I've enjoyed watching this player over the past few weeks. They were a late addition for us this season, but they've really kind of turned the tide for their team and changed the entertainment value of their roster. And I'm excited to see them perform in the playoffs. My player of the week is going to be Fireblaze for the Memphis Mafia. I know they caught a loss this week, but without Fireblaze on there, Chicago's sweeping that team. So kudos to Fireblaze, always being annoying and in the way. I love the plays. Fireblaze.
Yeah, he's good.
Nice. Well, we're going to dive into our team spotlights. We got 2 of them. We got Las Vegas, and we got Chicago. Hey, you want to take us through Las Vegas?
Sure, yep. Slapped Las Vegas on here. There's a theme. We've got 2 teams that don't have a blue chip. But for Las Vegas, manager of Chipmunk. Like I said, no blue chip, and their roster consists of Breezy, Scarzo, and now Bass Nectar. It was Diabeto Brett. This team is sitting 3-7 out in the West. Definitely still has a shot at the playoffs. All they got to do is start winning some games. But they play out of the Airbus division, which has Monterey, Memphis, Death Valley, and Austin. I'm gonna start it. I think they get last in this division. RLC looks good in moments, despite their record. But now they're sitting ahead of Vegas, and I don't think Vegas is going to catch Death Valley, Memphis, and definitely not Monterey. So I think they're going to get last in the Airbus, which is sad. Poor Chipmunk.
Poor Chipmunk. But yeah, I'd have to agree. It's definitely a good division, as long as RLC can continue showing up the games, Murphy. Then yeah, they'll probably finish last year. I'd have to agree.
I would say words, but they would be echoes of what you guys have put out there. The other teams in the division just look better right now. So, best of luck, though, Vegas. Prove us wrong, as always.
I want it to happen. I mean, they're homies. Like, what's the playoffs without Chipmunk there, right?
Yeah.
So I hope they can at least find a way to squeak in. But yeah, I mean, that division would have to put all 5 in, because I don't think they're passing anybody in that division, unfortunately.
I mean, defending champs, right?
Yeah. How the mighty have fallen without the 2-time.
True.
We go into Chicago with manager Archer. Like Bacon said, they don't have a blue chip either. Roster of Matizu. Linux isn't there anymore.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. That is
not,
Boss.
That's right.
It's
Boss.
Boss. Yeah.
The recent trades.
Which means they do have a blue chip.
So they do have a blue chip, and we suck at our jobs.
It happens.
So
it happens.
Again, Chicago manager Archer. They do have a blue chip. Bacon was wrong. Boss Gamer. Their roster, other than that, Matizu and Stewie. Current record of 6-4. Playing out of Boeing with Atlantic City, Rutland, Fayetteville, and Philly. How do you feel about them?
Chicago's tough.
They've been playing very well as of late.
Yes. So we're tied with them in the division, but they have us on tiebreaker. And they're sitting second in the East via tiebreaker because Ottawa's in first. So I'm assuming Ottawa caught a dub against Chicago. That's why they're ahead. I think they're going 1 or 2 in the division. I honestly don't know. But they're going to be top 2 in the division. They're definitely going to make playoffs.
For sure.
Yeah, Chicago's tough. They're going to definitely be in that playoff picture and pushing people around.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can take that first in the division, though.
Sure. Yeah, the roster, as good as they are, they could certainly drop games. I do think being paired with Matizu is the best thing for Boss. Boss is more of a phenomenal 2 than a 1. We saw that last season when he was paired with Beef. So pairing him with Matizu here, who everybody knows I love watching Matizu, and you give him Boss to shoot, I'm here for it. I think Stewie's also a little bit underrated, so that roster's scary.
So you say 1 or 2 in the division?
Yeah, that division to me is either going to go to Chicago or Atlantic City. I think Rutland has the roster to make the push, but then they get 3-1 by Fayetteville. So I don't know what they're doing. Fayetteville could make a run too if they keep it going. You know, they beat Jacksonville, they beat Rutland, so 2 winning teams at those times. Hell, maybe Philly makes a push. I don't even know anymore. The whole East is weird.
The East, yeah, I was just gonna say the East is just so close. Nobody's out of it yet, to be honest.
Not yet. It is getting close.
It is.
There's, I didn't say anything about Philly in the division because they're 3 games behind with not a whole lot of weeks to go. So you got to start stacking wins. Fayetteville, same thing, except
4 weeks?
Yeah. If Philly plays today, so they're still missing a game. If Philly can win today, they're 2 games out of first in the division. And that means they're 2 games out of first in the conference. Yeah. So, absolutely wild. It's going to be a close finish, but personally, as a betting man, my money's on either AC or Chicago.
Yeah, and head-to-head goes, if we do win tonight, we will jump over Fayetteville because we beat them earlier in the season.
Ooh, look at you moving up a spot if you catch a dub.
Yeah, no? So, it would have been the same last week if we beat Chicago because we were... Actually, or no, was that 2 weeks ago now? I don't even remember. But we would have been a half game behind them, but they got the dub. So
I do know. Not only did you let me down by not being here for the podcast, you didn't beat Chicago. Really needed you to beat Chicago, bitch.
Yeah.
And I was rooting for you in the damn chat. But no, I mean, great series, and that's nothing but love for Chicago. I'm gonna talk shit the rest of the season because I want that 1 seed. But I mean that's a great lineup, and I'm looking forward to this season's playoffs more than any other season. It is exceedingly close amongst the top teams. Despite Monterey's record, they're not 9-1 scary, which is weird. So I don't know.
Sleepy Sharks back to sleep.
I gotta stay sleeping on them. We play them in 2 weeks too. So I'm curious to see that roster firsthand. But there have been teams that have pushed them to 5 games, and so they're beatable.
Yeah, no, but they didn't lose those games, man.
Fuck you, T-Mac.
They've been through adversity. Monterey on top, bro.
They got ice. Got to break the ice.
They're scary to me, but. We're going to lead into a special interview we got. Listen closely. Here we go.
Sit back and enjoy our exclusive interview segment, where we chat with top players and coaches to gain insights into their strategies and experiences in the competitive world of Rocket League.
Oh, he was talking. Hi, Ben.
Better not been in the middle of a sentence.
That's perfect. Hello, guys.
How's it going?
Oh, just living life.
Absolutely. So if you haven't guessed by the accent, our guest this week is Big Body Ben, new addition to U3 and standout player for the Ottawa Orcas.
Stand out. I like that.
You should. So yeah, how's the season going so far? You guys are sitting first in the East. How are we feeling?
We're feeling pretty good. We've had some ups and downs for sure, but I think we're starting to get it back together and getting back in our groove. But other than that, everything's solid.
This is fair. I am personally praying on your guys' demise, but respect's got to be given. You're on this podcast right now because you beat us this week. I know we've wanted to get you on, but you put my ass to the fire and said if you beat us, interview this week. Here we are.
Right. I mean, I knew it was an easy win, so I went ahead and set it up for you.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Honestly, I think y'all would have had a better chance if y'all would have just left Jake the Snake in.
Damn. Well, that's going to conclude this interview.
Yeah, get the fuck out! Moving on. So for you, Ben, let the people know a little bit about you. Is it War Eagle or Roll Tide?
That's Roll Tide. Don't ever say War Eagle next to me again.
It's terrible.
That's terrible.
I can't wait to see you in the playoffs. My gamer tag will be War Eagle. I want you to know that.
I thought she meant the Alabama being in the playoffs because they're not even going to make it this next season.
Nah, yeah, the trash team.
Whoa!
So, Sweet Home Alabama, the song, I'm sure you know it. Is it the greatest song of all time?
It's definitely up there. I'd say top 2 for sure. Yep.
As the internet told me that all Alabamans, is that what you guys are?
Alabamians.
Alabamians? All right.
Yeah.
Think that it's the greatest song of all time, even if they don't like it. So I had to ask.
Yeah, that and Dixieland Delight.
Yeah. That's fair enough. You got a dip in right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you do.
Huge lip. Do you line dance?
We don't really have a place where I'm from to line dance, but I do know how to line dance, yes.
We got a place here in Dayton we can line dance. How do y'all not have one? That's wild.
That's more high class country folk. There's a bunch of rednecks around here. So there's a bunch of us that don't know how to.
Gotcha.
Interesting. So, you told me that this was going to be an off-the-chain interview. Explain.
Yeah.
Why? Why should the people be excited to know that we have this God-fearing, Nick Saban worshiping, dipping Alabamian on the podcast this week?
Well, I mean, I thought it was just a given, considering I'm probably one of the best players in the league right now. And also on the best team in the league as well. But other than that, I'm sure to have fun.
But those are some statements. So, where do you rank yourself in the echelon of players in the league?
I would say Jake the Snake's number 1. I gotta give Umfo number 2. That's my boy. And then I'm probably sitting at 3. And then I'll give old DK number 4.
Interesting.
What a top 4.
Best I've ever heard.
Fuck you, JT. Fuck you, Baca. Fuck you, Anomaly. Fuck you, Doggo. Man, just leaving, some Mount Rushmore-esque U3 people just out. Fuck them. Unfo, DK, Jake, and you. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, all those other guys, they're washed. I mean, they're just washed.
It is a youthful game, and some of them guys, they're a little past that youth. They're not 13 and 14 anymore,
Oh no, they're all old.
Wait, Ben, you're 13.
No. I'm,
Yeah, Ben washed too. He don't want to talk about that. Like Ben got kids, like I got kids. So let's go.
Oh,
I'm
for
on.
real? I didn't know that.
I don't have kids yet. I have a dog. His name's Bear. You can call him my kid.
Oh,
fair
yeah. I made fun of you and Boomer for calling your dog's Bear. That's right.
Obviously, but I don't know what kind of dog Boomer's got. My dog is a chocolate lab, and he's literally like 120 pounds. He's huge. He looks like a bear, and that's why I named him that.
Boomers is a gigantic ass German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's massive.
He got a basic white people dog.
Well, he is white, so that fits.
He-
So
You
I
said
mean-
you had what kind of dog?
Chocolate lab, Labrador.
I love how Shay kind of adapted the accent and everything. What kind of dog?
It comes out.
I struggle so fucking hard. I will be in Discord with him and Linux, and like I lived in Alabama for a little bit as a kid. I never had it in my normal day-to-day speech, but like my wife is from Kentucky, so it's there. And then I hear him talk, and it just starts to kind of come out a little bit.
Yeah, my
Rubs
Tennessee
off.
comes out
Ugh.
when I talk to them. My wife makes fun of me every time my Tennessee comes out.
It's true. Sounds like you have mayonnaise in your mouth.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
That thing was
Golly.
turn.
So, quick question for you, Ben, before we let you go. So you got in your schedule coming up High Rollers, Omaha, Kraken, Dragons. What team are you looking forward to play? Do you fear, or do you know it's going to be an easy win?
Uh-oh.
I don't really fear any of them. I think High Rollers, easy game. Let's see. I think the only team that I'm actually concerned about would be the Kraken, which, you know, they got Zach, they got Huntu, and who's their other main roster? I always forget. Anyways, those guys, I think they're going to be pretty solid. They're going to, I think they're still working through some kinks, but they're going to be a good team to play against. I'm excited. We actually scrimmed them the week before we played the Pythons, and it was a lot of fun. But I think we should. It'll be interesting because actually Umpo is going to be gone that week that we play them, so we'll have to see what old Zony Claw has to say to him.
Well, Zony Claw's been a welcome addition to your team. I don't think you guys really miss much of a beat when you have to sub him in. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm curious to see how it all finishes. I know myself, as you know, somebody who does a little bit of admin stuff for the league. I think you and the other Alabama guys have been a welcome addition to the league. You guys are active, show up for your games, so I definitely appreciate what you've brought to you three.
Sure.
We're here to play.
All
Here to
right.
lose. I know you didn't say nothing about the Dragons. I know you're scared.
And I noticed that too. I thought you were going to say that one was easy.
I mean, I thought it was just a given. That's easy
we'll see you in a couple weeks.
That's the last week before playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all might be resting by then.
No. I'm gonna puke. I don't want to think about it. Fuck Ottawa. I'm over it.
That's crazy.
You're crazy. Keep
And that's
that
why
kid.
I'm on. That's
Shut
why
the
I'm on
fuck
the
up.
interview.
Yeah, thanks for coming in and immediately putting bacon in this place for us.
It needed to be done. Nobody's done it yet.
It was nice.
Fuck you, bacon.
Fuck you, Ben.
Yeah.
And fuck you, Linux. Fuck you, Ram Ranch. All of it. Fuck Alabama.
So many nice things about them. This is falling on deaf ears, my guy.
This is
I
true.
love how when it's fuck one person, it's fuck everybody.
Everything. All of it.
Fuck the whole state of Alabama.
I've said that
That's
since birth.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Yeah.
Ben, peanuts and Coke? Is that a thing down where you are?
Absolutely.
Is
Yes.
it good? I've never done it.
Absolutely. You've never done it? Oh my
done
god.
What do you even mean by that?
Salted peanut. You get some, salted peanuts. Just grab a bunch and open up a Coke bottle, throw them in there, drink your Coke. Change the flavor of the Coke is good, and then you eat the peanuts after.
Wait, you
Just
put the
wasn't direct.
peanuts in the Coke?
Yeah, you just put it in the Coke. That's
They
it.
can take shell and all, or just
No, not shell and all. Like
okay.
just the salted peanuts. You get it at the store.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's it'll change your life.
Like
So you just want
TikTok
salted
tells me I need to do it, but I haven't.
You should.
I can just put some salt in my Coke.
I'd probably pass on that, to be honest.
No, you need that. You need that crunch.
Oh man,
I don't
crunchy
drink my
Coke.
to have crunch.
Yes.
That sounds like a problem.
Y'all drank chunky milk too, or?
I mean, if we leave it in the fridge long enough.
They just call that cottage cheese.
Yeah. For real.
All right, Ben. Well, we do appreciate you, man. I'm gonna send you back down with the other peoples. Get you back to Minecraft. Have a
Damn
good
it,
one, man.
Boomer. Y'all too.
See ya.
Yep.
And that was Ben.
What a good feller.
He fucking shit all over me immediately.
No hesitation.
That's all
I
good.
mean, it was being said during that game too. You know.
It was. I saw Twitch
There's-
chat. A bunch
Yeah.
of you motherfuckers. I seen it. So
Usually, listen, it used to be me who had to deal with that. All right.
yeah,
Happy it's you now.
yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, great interview. Had fun with that. Good guy. Been talking to him more since I've played Minecraft with him, but
For sure.
good guy.
Stay tuned to discover the rising stars, seasoned veterans, and the underdogs who are defying all odds in our league standings review.
Pitch.
Yo.
You got the league standings. Anybody eliminated? Anybody else clinch? Anything like that?
Yeah. Nobody eliminated yet. Our lowest two teams in the league, Houston Galaxy, Colorado Mavericks, both in the West, both at 2-8. A couple of teams above them at 3-6 and 3-7. I believe one more loss for one of those two teams probably could eliminate, though. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. And I'm not sure what has changed from last week, but the three teams that have clinched are Monterey, Honolulu, and Phoenix, all in the West. Like we said earlier, the East is still a tight-knit race. Top three teams, 6 and 4. And then you got some 5 and 4, some 5 and 5s, 4 and 6s, 3 and 6s. It's super close. So look out. If you're on any one of these teams, keep winning, you'll clinch eventually. Keep losing, you'll be eliminated eventually. So keep telling myself that.
Huzzah.
Hell yeah. We got trades and signings.
It's time for Trades and Signings, where we bring you all the roster shakeups and player acquisitions that are reshaping the
U3.
landscape.
Yeah, well, yeah, last week we kind of went over it
Yeah.
since we recorded midweek.
Yeah.
I know we have some information as to what's going to happen at the end of this week, but
I was going to ask you this.
Yeah.
Since we know it's going to happen, we allowed to talk about it now? Like, the three of us know things because we're in the committee. If this is going to be out after the games, we could talk about a couple that we know about.
yeah, this
Yeah.
isn't going to release until tomorrow. So feel free to share what you got, Transactions Manager.
Yeah, DK and I got a couple things listed to us. RLC, Smurfy's going to go non-playing, but he hasn't gotten back to me on who he's signing because the guy he was signing left the league. So be looking for that. We got Atlantic City Aces changing out their sub and getting Fireball Cat back. So Jake's out there for people. We still doing that little after the game. You have until 11:59, right?
Yep.
For those dropped players. So if anybody wants Jake, he will be out there for that time period. We got Columbus dropping Farley and signing Corvus.
Corvus
And
makes
yeah.
it on a final roster. We love it.
I didn't know that one. My jaw literally just
Oh,
fucking
really?
popped open. I didn't know they were dropping Farleys.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
Wow,
Won't speak into that, but
there's a good that's a good signing. I know there's been things with Farley's good player, but Corvus got that championship pedigree. That's a dub for Columbus.
he do has a
I like
ring.
Corvus. He's a good guy. So, then we got some Galaxy news, as always. Galaxy will be dropping Anti-Shift and signing the Dwarf Bard.
Bard makes it.
Bard
Finally,
makes it.
Galaxy's got Bard. But then Czar has also left the server. So he's retired, and to make up for that, Galaxy is signing on Lil Mello again. So Mello back with Galaxy.
One, super glad Melo found a home before playoffs. Super deserving.
Same.
And two, fuck you, Czar. You're never gonna listen to this, but fuck you, piece of shit. That's some bullshit. Listen, I'm sorry. We all give Boomer a lot of shit. Boomer feels everything. He loves this league. He loves Rocket League, and he very much appreciates the people that choose to play the game with him. Czar reached out to him about joining.
Yes,
and then fucking left him high and dry. Fuck Czar. I'm good on that. Straight up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there.
Like, I love giving Boomer shit as much as anybody else, but that's a homie. And, Boomer can trade people like they're nothing, but he's at least still present and active. You can always get a hold of Boomer. So, I got no respect for Czar. And he denied my friend request when he left 8-Bit, so fuck him.
Did he leave 8-Bit? I thought someone might have banned him.
Nah, he left 8-Bit. I sent him a friend request to just be like, hey, what's going on, bro? And he denied it. Because you can see if it pops up for you to send it again, they denied it. And then right after that is when he left U3. So glad I was up and able to see that, pop that into committee so that we could discuss how that was going to happen. And but I think Boomer's on the up with Lil Mello. I think Mello has better synergy potential than Czar. We've already seen Czar in the league, and it didn't work. So it worked with Mello in Atlantic City. It gave Boomer the tools to see how to play with Mello. I think they'll be successful to a point. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, but they'll give teams a run.
Yeah, I mean, I like Mello. We had him on the Aces. Cool guy. Willing to work on things, and he's actually on. We see him on a lot, and he's streaming and doing all that stuff. So it'll be good for Boomer to have somebody he needs to talk to like 8 times a week. So good stuff. But yeah, that's our stuff. That was a mess. Happy that's over with.
Yes, sir.
And we got it all figured out. So those are the transactions I have currently. There may be more that come in. DK should announce those after the game tonight because I'll be in bed for work.
Newsing.
But yeah, that's the trades and transactions segment. No trades, obviously, because that deadline was in the past.
Last week, yep.
So now we get pitches player to watch. Who we got?
Wolf. Why is that
Take
there?
a player. Stop acting like a dog.
That was Six Fold's prediction last week. But I like that whatever I type on there, you'll read. I'm going to use that for future. So.
No, I do have a good player to watch for. Player that's been on a couple rosters, has been dropped, sat in free agency for a while, and just got signed again. We just got done talking about him. It's going to be Corvus being added to Columbus. See if, right now they're dead last in the East at 3-6. They built some things, signed Higgs. Nate Dogg is not playing, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, we'll see how the addition of Corvus can replace Farley. We all know, Farley's a great player, but just things weren't working out. So Corvus is going to be the addition, and it's looking like it could be a good one for him. We were just saying we love Corvus, love his play. Every time we play up against him, it's competitive. So we'll see if Corvus can help Columbus make a late season push into the playoffs.
Right on. Going down to podcast predictions.
And now we put our Rocket League crystal balls to the test with our predictions segment. We will analyze upcoming matchups and make bold forecasts on who's gonna come out on top.
Got all the games here. How did Six-Fold pan out so far? Last week's prediction.
Well, Week 10 thus far has sucked for all of us. Still 2 games to go, but currently Sixfold is tied for first in Week 10 with Shade and Pitch at 3 and 5.
Yeah.
I'm bringing up the rear at 2 and 6, and the 2 games we have remaining are Philly and New York, which Sixfold has New York, and so do I. Shade and Pitch have Philly. And Jacksonville versus Columbus. Pitch is the only one on Columbus there, so a little bit of room for those to shake out, but I do not believe that. Well, Sixfold can tie Jay, but cannot pass Boomer. So Boomer will remain our top guest picker thus far.
Damn, Boomer knows what he's doing.
It's a good week.
Now we got the picks.
Pitch on top, by the way.
Who's on top?
Pitch.
This is true. Yes, yeah. Total standings. I guess we should touch on the main 3 besides the guests. Pitch is sitting at 53 wins. Bacon's got 52, and Shade's got 51. It's an exceedingly close race.
So I
Definitely closer than
Dragons.
the previous seasons.
So what? Dragons and who?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, Dragons, Jacksonville. Let's go.
Jacksonville beat. So is Jacksonville Columbus first today?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I could tie Pitt, or no, I couldn't. I'm a game behind. Shade could tie. I'm just gonna stop talking.
Right?
No,
you could tie me.
No, I can't tie
With
up
the
2
fir-
games behind you.
Well,
I could tie you tonight
Yeah.
if Jacksonville and New York win.
New York's not winning. Philly on top, baby.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to argue with it because who the hell knows? So it's really in my best interest if New York loses. As an Atlantic City ace, go Philly. As a picker of the picks, go New York.
Should be one of the same, man. Ottawa versus Las Vegas. We got a podcast pick'em sweep with Ottawa. We touched a lot on Las Vegas and their situation, and that's what leads to Ottawa. I mean, we just heard about Ottawa as well.
Yeah.
And they're different. So.
Yeah, prove me wrong, Vegas. I want Vegas to win that.
Yeah, come on, Vegas. Do
Yeah.
it.
Please beat them. Chipmunk, I'm sending you a pizza if y'all beat Ottawa. Go for it.
I never got offered a pizza.
Who you play tonight? You play New York? Yeah, we're ahead of New York. I can't worry about that yet. When you play somebody that I need you to beat, Pitch, I got you. Send you a
You want to
cheesesteak.
stay ahead of New York.
This is true.
You know,
God.
apparently Yuko and Jay can't win games, so.
This is true. Not enough of them, at least.
Right. We got Columbus versus Houston. I'm going with Houston. They're gonna come out of the struggle and do their thing.
Same. I've got Galaxy. I think Boomer, Linux, and Mello. Is a very formidable threes team. They're going to have chemistry by the time this game takes place. Enough to edge out a often struggling Columbus team.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go Columbus. Houston, 2-8 for a reason. They've been struggling with rosters in and out. Columbus just got my boy in Higgs, so I got Columbus going over Houston.
That's fair. We got a notable game. All these notables seem to go the way of a pick sweep. Going with Jacksonville. The boy and Hunt too. Get it going. Got to push it.
Yeah, this should be a really good matchup. Sixfold told us last week. I don't know that Six is going to be there for this game. Isn't 6 in Hawaii this week? So it was kind of an easy pick of Jacksonville for me with that potential knowledge. Can't remember exactly, but I think so.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but I got Jacksonville as well.
Bacon using his inside knowledge.
Yeah,
I mean,
wow.
6 said it on the podcast, so
I was there and I listened. I didn't hear it.
fair enough.
We got another notable game of New York and Monterey. I just think Monterey's still dominant. So
Yeah,
stay
if Baca has one fan, it's me. Monterey on top.
Yeah, just wanted to be different. I'm going New York. It's really all.
Sometimes you need that.
That's fair,
Yeah.
and that should be a good matchup. I mean, that New York squad they're no slouch now.
I mean, it's definitely a great game. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. So
We got a Palm Beach versus Philly game, and I am taking them Dragons.
I've got Palm Beach. I think they're gonna stick a dagger in Philly's potential playoff hopes.
I even need to say Philly on top.
Stay riding, bro.
Stay riding. We're making playoffs. Don't worry about it.
Ooh. I hope so. I fucking hope so. I don't want a playoffs without pitch in it. Just like I said with Chipmunk. I don't want to see it, but damn, I don't know, bro. That is a must-win game because Palm Beach is a little bit further down the standings. So in terms of potential head-to-head tiebreakers that you may need at the end, that's a big one.
Yeah, for sure. And in 5 seasons, if we don't make it, it will be the first without pitching it.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Well, now I'm rooting for it.
History. We're here to see things.
I like history. Let's go. Even though I've picked it this weekend, apparently next week. Chicago versus Omaha, a notable game. Also getting the podcast sweep pick'em with Omaha. Why, boys?
This is going to piss Chicago people off, it being a notable game, and we done picked the sweep against them. I personally picked Omaha because I want Chicago to lose this matchup. I need them to lose it. I've talked a little bit of shit about Panda and Akaza. Past couple weeks not being able to win. I think Omaha breaks their streak of beating or not being able to beat winning teams. Omaha.
Yeah, I think just after a tough loss, I think they can rebound against Chicago here.
Well, what about Fayetteville versus Death Valley? I went with our boys in Death Valley. That team is... I love watching that team.
Absolutely.
Personally.
I think the Cinderella run of the past few weeks for Fayetteville comes to a quick end. I think Death Valley 3-0s that series.
Yeah, Death Valley, when the squad first got together, looked a little sluggish, but I think they're starting to figure it out now. So I do agree with most likely possibly a sweep here for Death Valley.
Prove us wrong, Fayetteville. Rutland taking on RLC. Rutland getting the special podcast sweep 'em.
Yeah. That's a must-win game for both of those teams. With Rutland having just dropped to Fayetteville and RLC beating Houston to get up in that conversation for playoffs. Neither team can afford a loss here, but talent v talent, I got to give it to Rutland.
Yeah, I'll agree, and it's just like never know if RLC is going to field a roster, so it's really hard to pick. I know it's super close every week, so it's not a stab at you. It's just tactical. Smurfy, hi Smurfy.
That's Murphy.
Step into Memphis versus Colorado real quick before we get to the game of the week. This also gets the special podcast sweep 'em in Memphis.
Yeah, this one might give us our third perfect sweep in history. I don't have any faith in the roster that's stepping out for the Mavericks. And talked about Fireblaze a bit, and the guys in Memphis. It's a very strong roster. I don't see how Colorado breaks through.
Yeah, I think Colorado has fallen off the wagon at this point in the season. There's some ups, mostly downs. So I'm going to have to give it to Memphis. They've looked great.
Now we go to the game of the week. Atlantic City versus Phoenix. Good game here. But, they've only got one person. Atlantic City's gonna be 4.
Yeah, DK, right?
Yeah, DK on top of Phoenix.
You can pick who you want. There's still only one. Going with AC. Let's go.
Yep, I couldn't not pick Atlantic City here. I think it's going to be a very good game, but I do believe 1 through 3, Atlantic City's the better team here. But this is number 3 versus number 3 in each respective conference, so huge matchup with seeding implications for playoffs.
Yep. I'm going to pick Phoenix just to throw a little fire under your ass, Bacon. So
That's fine.
That's really all it is.
I mean, Ben essentially just called me a sub, and the last time I got called a sub, we beat the shit out of the team and they fell apart. So I'm here for it.
Easy, perfect sweep.
Perfect sweep.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that's one thing we didn't talk about when we talked about the game. Phoenix, perfect swept. Or no, wait. Did we talk about that in week 9?
Sure.
I'm an idiot. I don't know. Move on.
Perfect sweep for AC there. Easy. Doggo's washed. The other 2 plat. Moving on.
Damn. Fuck you, DK.
Shouldn't even be game of the week.
Wow. Jeez. I love Doggo. Me and Doggo had like an hour and a half conversation about the game last night. So.
Who's he picking?
He's picking Phoenix. But he's anticipating a very close matchup.
They get pushed to 5 by teams they shouldn't. No.
They do, but so does Atlantic City.
It was a new roster, though.
These
guys have never played together.
It's going to be an exciting game. I can't wait for that one. Doggo's a homie. I'm excited to play against him.
Do we got a playoff clinching scenarios or anything like that going on this week?
We do. As Pitch told us, we do have Monterey, Honolulu, and Phoenix clinched. For week 11, Monterey can clinch their division with a win and a Memphis loss. Memphis can clinch their playoff spot with a win or a Las Vegas loss. Death Valley can actually clinch a playoff spot with a win and 2 combined losses by either RLC, Galaxy, or Las Vegas. Omaha can also clinch a playoff spot with a Las Vegas loss, with a win and a Las Vegas loss. The East is still shenanigans. Depending on the outcome of the last 2 games today, Chicago could potentially clinch in Week 11. But it's likely things aren't going to start clearing up in the East until Week 12 or 13. If not later. Very, very close in the East. The tiebreakers are not doing really anybody any favors except for Chicago right now. So the East is crazy. The West is starting to lock up. If you're in the West and you're chasing a playoff spot, now's the time to make your moves.
Right on. Do we got any
real Rocket
League things?
Not yet, but the major starts later this week. So we'll definitely have more to talk about on next week's episode.
Hey now.
All right. Well, thank you for listening.
That's about it. Yeah.
We're going to head out.
What are we going to do?
Play some Minecraft.
We're going to go Minecraft?
Yeah.
I'll play some Minecraft.
All right.
Bye.
Not an advertisement.
Bye.